Thank you, CyFy organization, for having me present today. My name is Ashok Venkateswaran. I'm the APAC lead for blockchain and digital assets. Today, I want to talk about a couple of different things, specifically focused on cryptocurrencies and NFT. But before we jump into that, I want to give you a quick background about myself. Before I joined Mastercard, I was with Ernst & Young, drove digital strategy for a number of years in the APAC region. And I've been with Mastercard for around 3 years now, focused on the blockchain and digital asset space, supporting the APAC region. So as we go into more detail around what we want to talk about today, very much around cryptocurrencies and NFT, it's been a big craze over the last couple of years, specifically in the last 18 months, primarily because the price of Bitcoin has kind of gone through the roof from, say, $5,000 last year to around 50 some odd thousand dollars today. And a lot of that thing has happened primarily because it's become a little bit more mainstream. A lot more institutions are getting into this space. So we find that as more institutional investors are getting into space, it's driving the cost up. And some of these cryptocurrencies are seen as less speculative investments and more as long-term investments or a way to hedge your investment portfolio. More importantly, as these cryptocurrencies become a lot more mainstream, we find that a lot of different countries are putting different type of regulations on it. But as the cryptocurrency steam continues, as of today, we're probably looking at around $1.8 trillion worth of market cap in the cryptocurrency space. Majority of it is spread across the top 3 or 4 larger cryptocurrencies. However, you do see a lot of the smaller ones emerge as well. As of now, I think there's around 10,000 different cryptocurrencies which are available in the market today. I probably can't name more than 50, but there's 10,000 out there. And around 80,000 live digital wallets, which are holding these digital currencies around the world. But most importantly, the fact that we're here in the Asia Pacific, we're seeing 40% of the crypto assets are being held in Asian markets, very specifically around the major markets around Asia. So we continue to see the cryptocurrency space grow. And also, same thing with NFTs. NFTs are something new which has really come across over the last 6 or 7 months, where you have the ability to tokenize pretty much anything, right? But you see a lot of the NFTs are very much focused around sports collectibles, around art, around gaming. And you see all the Bollywood actors also getting involved and have NFT signatures or NFT Zoom calls, a lot of different things in the NFT space. Now, when I say NFT market has grown, in 2020, there were a total of $300 million worth of NFT transactions. Today, as year-to-date August, we're talking about $2.5 billion worth of NFT transactions in volume. So there's a significant growth when it comes to NFT space as well, similar to the cryptocurrency space. Now, here in Asia, we're seeing a number of different things happen because of the cryptocurrencies and NFT areas. As I said, on the cryptocurrency space, transactions are becoming more mainstream. People are trying to use digital currencies as for day-to-day transactions. So if you want to buy a cup of coffee or if you want to go buy a Rolex, people are using their investments that they made in cryptocurrencies 12 to 18 months ago to capitalize on some of those gains that they've made in the cryptocurrency space. So now that it's becoming more mainstream, people are trying to find ways of how they can spend these currencies at merchants. A lot of times you find that not all merchants on a global level will accept some type of cryptocurrencies, but we kind of break down cryptocurrencies into 3 distinct buckets. We look at it as ones which are regulated. So obviously those are the ones which are issued by the central bank. A lot of different central banks are exploring issuing a central bank digital currencies. These are more centralized digital currencies, regulated. And then you've got stable coins, which are issued by private enterprises by depositing a certain amount of monies with a custodian and issuing against that. So examples of that would be things like Gemini or DAI or USDC, where those stable coins are pegged to the US dollar. You find other stable coins as well, which are available in the market, which are not necessarily pegged just to the US dollar, but could be pegged to any currency out there. And then finally, you come to more of the volatile cryptocurrencies, things like uh, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, which are free flowing in the market today. Now, how do we really deal with these cryptocurrencies as they evolve, right? How do we really regulate them? How do you really keep them honest? So obviously, as I said, the CBDCs are mostly regulated by the central bank, so you're pretty much fine there. In the stablecoin space, as long as there are deposits, for the most part, these ones are pegged to the US dollar, and you find that as long as they can be moved from wallet to wallet. They're pretty much available. The ones which always cause a little bit of issues are the more volatile ones, primarily because they're in a decentralized space and it's difficult to regulate them. Now you can go to one extreme and completely ban them from being held or being traded, or you need to come up with a ways of maintaining a certain level of transactions and also driving usage of these cryptocurrencies, because most people in some way or form own some of these digital currencies as part of their assets. What many of the countries have been doing have been adding a certain amount of KYC type rules or AML type rules to the wallets or the issuers or the exchanges to regulate some of these more volatile cryptocurrencies to keep them in line. Uh, while others are also doing, there's a number of different applications out there which are available in the market today, which can actually track where your cryptocurrency has been and which wallet it has touched. And if it's touched certain type of illegal type wallets, we're able to track them and trace them. So that's very much of the cryptocurrency space. On the NFT space, what we've been trying to do at Mastercard is that create a seamless way for people to use any kind of digital currency out there. Now that includes NFT. If you really think about it, it is an asset that you have paid for and it is on the blockchain. So what we find is that it is in a way a tradable currency. Even though they're non-fungible, they are tradable. They can be used for transactions as long as somebody is willing to accept an NFT for payment methodologies. But there are more than just collectibles and art that you can use for the NFT technology for. You could actually use NFT technologies for trade financing purposes, where you could potentially tokenize your outstanding invoices and potentially use a liquidity pool to fund those invoices. And once those invoices have been paid off, you could actually destroy those NFTs. So therefore, they have a short lifetime when it comes to how they work and continue to survive in the blockchain space. In ways of regulation around the NFT space, it's still a very nascent type of technology where it's really beginning to show. You could have my 2-year-old who could put up his pencil drawing on the refrigerator. I could create that into an NFT, and if somebody's willing to pay for it, that becomes a valuable asset. And there's others out there which are using the NFT technology to kind of promote things that they would normally not have an audience for, in ways of art that they have created, or any kind of music that they may have written to promote the space or create the audience they would not normally have. Now, you may have seen in Singapore around 6 months ago, somebody paid $62 million or so for an NFT. So there are some wild swings in the NFT space as well. And we are trying to learn from some of these areas to see how we could create a way for them to exist with both digital assets and physical assets. So a number of different things that we've been working on. As I said earlier, in the collectible space, we're seeing around 400 to 500,000 different collectibles out there, which are in the NFT space. Around 300 to 400,000 sports memorabilia, which have been created in the NFT space. So a number of different things that are happening in the space, which are really interesting and important. And I feel that as this industry continues to evolve, we'll need to change with it, and the regulatory bodies need to need to be sure that there's a way for them to manage and maintain the transparency that some of these solutions are offering without completely cutting them off. So thank you very much for having me at the session today. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the conference.